guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Eric Melvin. So for today's video, I thought it would be very fun and interesting if I collected all the things that I've got recently and that I gotten like from Christmas and did a first impressions. All these products I'll be trying for the first time. I might have like done some swatches or something like that, but these are all still being used for the first time, so just bear with me. I was able to save some of the packaging for you guys, so I'll be able to show you the packaging. Most of it's pretty affordable, so if you guys want to watch me do some first impressions on some affordable makeup, then keep on watching. Before I forget, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't yet. Leave any comments or suggestions down below if you guys like anything that you've seen or want to request anything that you guys would like to see. And if you guys would like to follow me on any other social media, you can follow me on Guy with 2 Y's W bird sleeve. That way you guys can like follow my Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram and stuff and follow me outside of here. I do think that sometimes I have a pretty interesting life. That is, if you do like weird people. So I did go ahead and prime my eyes and my face off of camera. I also did my eyebrows off of camera. I didn't get anything new for those, so I just wanted to hurry up and get that out of the way so we could go ahead and start playing with all these new ones. I'm wearing the eyeshadow shields by Prettilicious. Just makes it a little bit easier when it comes to cleaning up and stuff like that. I have to use less concealer and less product if I just stick these on real quick, and then I can take them off and just continue on with the rest of my face. So I am going to do my eyes first before I get into my actual routine on my face, just in case there's any fallout or anything that I wouldn't expect. So for eyes, I'm going to go into some ColourPop products. I'm going to use the Nuts and Berry once it focuses. And I'm also going to use the Yes Please palette by ColourPop. I will take out the Nuts and Berry for you guys if you just give me one moment. But my plan is just to throw some color in the crease and add some shimmer at the end, just to give us an idea of what's going on. I don't really have any specific game plan with what type of eye that I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into it. These are actually a lot harder than you would think to get out. ColourPop is an online company. I would consider it to drugstore prices very affordable, so I'm excited about trying out their eyeshadows. For brushes today, I do want to throw another disclaimer out there that I'll be using a combination. I'll be using Morphe brushes, Emax design brushes, and I'll also be using Storybook cosmetic brushes. I went ahead and zoomed you guys in. That way you guys can get a better look at my eye as I do it. I'm going to first start off by setting my entire eyelid with the color Bling, which is neutral shade. Might be a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I'm just going to place that all over the lid real quick. Going to be using a fluffy Emax. So far, I'm not seeing a lot of fallout. It's going on pretty smoothly, and I've only dipped into the pan once, so I can't complain about that. Just going to tap in there a little bit more. Like I always say, don't forget to do tap tap after you pick up some of that eyeshadow. It's easier to add a little at a time than to try to take it away, because no one wants to start over their eye look. Now I'm going to go in with a tapered Morphe brush, fluffy, and I'm going to hit Champs, which is this nice little pretty transition shade. I'm going to put that in the crease real quick and fluff it out towards my eyebrow. Just going to pick up a little, tap it off. And with this, I'm just going to do windshield wiper motions. Ignore my awkward faces that I make with my lips. I can't get past that. I try my hardest to remember to smile or to shut my mouth, and I just can't. That's pretty. It's pretty. I can say that these powders, for being such a low price, so far, matte wise, are pretty buttery and go on smooth and very nice. I'd rather have to, you know, build up a color rather than it throwing up on my eye and I have to blend, and pray to the makeup gods that it'll be blended out. So I do appreciate colors like this, especially when they're going into my crease. Now I'm going to go in with something a little bit deeper. I'm going to go in with Butter Cake, just to deepen the crease a little bit, maybe start working on my outer V. And I'm going to go in with a similar brush that I just used by Morphe, but it's a little bit smaller, so that way it's a little bit more precise. This one seems like it's going to have a lot of pigment, so let's tap that off and get started. I'm going to do windshield wiper motions in the crease, and then I'm going to blow it out in circular motions on the outer V. Blend it out so beautifully and effortlessly that I'm hooked with these mattes already. I mean, I'll let you guys know as the day goes on, but I'm really hooked about these mattes. Like, these prices, you cannot beat at all. Now that I am dipping out of that palette, I'm going to be dipping into one of the Nuts and Berry colors. It's called Paradox. That's what it looks like, just to do finishing, like, deepening. And then I'm going to go in with a similar brush as the last two, but even smaller. I'm going to take that in my outer V, and then I might blend it into the crease. And I'm also going to be doing circular motions right now just to blow it out. I want to focus more of the pigment color out onto the outer eye just to give my eye some dimension. And then every once in a while I'll do some windshield wipers to help blend it inward. And dip into another color from the Nuts and Berries called Amaze. This will be the shimmer that I'm going to be applying onto most of all over my lid. And for this, I am going to place it on my finger, just because sometimes I feel like that gives it a better chance. Ooh, now that I'm touching it and it's not my brush, it's like butter. Like, look at that. I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to dab it in the center, and then I'll spread it forward and spread it backwards. Oh, she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous, and she's pigmented. Wow. Now that the eyeshadow is down, which, by the way, I completely give ColourPop a thumbs up on their shimmers and their mattes that all blended out like butter. It was so smooth and I'm loving it. So I'm going to move on with mascara. I do have a new mascara today. It's L'Oreal's Lash Paradise. I've heard a lot of good reviews on it, so I'm going to go ahead and try that out real quick. I've been needing a new mascara, so hopefully it's good. And this is drugstore. And I also curled my eyelashes off camera. So far there's no clumping, which is a plus. So the next new product that I'm going to be using is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the Orange Corrector. And I'm just going to go over all the areas that, once we get into focus, I'm going to go over all the areas that I cleaned up with my razor, just to give it a nice base to allow the foundation to stick better to it. Because we all know underneath facial hair it gets a little bit lighter and it's also rougher there. So I'm just going to beat that in real quick and then we can move on to foundation. And before I start beating in, I do want to note this is another new product to add into the first impressions. As you all know, I usually use this as my beauty blender. Today I'm going to try out this new Morphe beauty blender. I'm kind of excited about it because it looks like this is the side you would use for foundation. And this side will help a lot with like concealer and getting close to the eyelid, and also helping cut those cheeks if you want to set underneath. Woo! Excuse me, I didn't see that coming, or I would have kept it off camera for you guys. But it wouldn't make me human if I didn't burp right. Why edit out a burp? I'm human. And I said excuse me. So I'm just keep going. So far it's blending out pretty nice. Usually I do dabbing motions, but with this concealer it's actually helping if I go ahead and do more of a pull down motion instead of a dabbing motion. So I'm just going to keep on doing that all over until I get it blended out. So now that I got that blended out, which I was kind of nervous that it was going to be hard, it wasn't that hard at all. I do have a friend that uses their regular concealer under their eyes, and that's what gave me the idea to use their orange concealer, and she loves it. So I'm going to give this one a thumbs up as well. I'm going to wait until I'm done with foundation, but so far this Morphe Beauty Blender is a thumbs up. Almost everything in this video so far is a thumbs up already. And that's just not even me trying to like kiss. That's not even me trying to suck up. That's just me being honest. I just got to keep it real for you guys. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus. It's going to be in the shade Soft Beige. Just to give you guys an idea what it looks like. Extremely affordable. I want to say depending on where you go, it's between $5 to $6. I did use this before this video today just because I didn't want to come back in and check in with you guys later tonight. I do have to do something after this and then I'll probably be in bed, so I won't be able to wear it long enough to let you guys know. But I have used this before just so I can let you guys know that I have worn this all day on an average day of like 6 to 8 hours at work or whatever you may be doing. This is a good foundation and it does set pretty well and it doesn't do anything crazy over the time. It actually kind of blows my mind for the price, that how long it lasts and how well of quality it is. And when they mean photo focus, they mean photo focus, so you don't have to worry about flashback or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face real quick, and then I'm going to blend it in with my Beauty Blender. And I would consider this to be medium to full coverage. I wouldn't say it's full coverage, but it's definitely medium coverage, and if you build it up, you can make it higher than medium coverage. The right amount of time and products, you could build it up to be full coverage though. So I definitely think it's a foundation that's worth it, and I definitely give it another thumbs up. So now I'm going to move in with the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm just going to apply that under the eyes, on the bridge of the nose, maybe below the chin and the forehead, just like I usually do. Ooh, it's creamy. Kind of feels thick, so it gives me hope that it's at least medium to full coverage. I won't be mad if it's at least medium. Anything less than medium really useful if it's a concealer, because its job is to cover up. I mean, I'm just saying. Now before I completely blend out my concealer, I just want to get my loose powder ready. Today I'm going to be trying the Coty Air Spun in Translucent. I'm going to have that sitting right here ready, so as soon as I'm done blending out my concealer, I can just go ahead and pat that in real quick, because no one wants any creases or cracks under the eyes. I mean, the shade might be, you know, a little lighter than what I usually go to, but we're going to roll with it, because that is what contouring and bronzing is for. I'm going to shake up my Coty Air Spun real quick. Don't need no eye creases. Even though I have heard this concealer sets itself, so I'm not going to go too heavy, but I am going to do, you know, just what I think is enough. So I'm just going to dab into the powder, you know, tap, 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 just like I would with eyeshadow, and just go in. I will say that this is a very, interesting smell. Kind of reminds me of like my grandmother, but I'm not mad at it. We're just gonna let that sit for a little bit, bake at like 450, and come right back. Now that I dusted the excess powder off, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some blush and bronzing. I'm gonna be using a new e.l.f. product that I got. Has a blush and bronzer to it. Let me go ahead and open her up and show you guys. Take out this little plastic piece that comes in it. First I'm going to go in with an angled Morphe brush just to go ahead and bronze and contour a little bit. So at first I just do a single swipe right down the cheek just to get a good line or a good base going. Do that on the other side real quick. hit the forehead. Go back over the cheeks again. So now that I got a good base and a good like contour going with that solid, more angled Morphe brush, I'm going to go with a fluffy brush and barely tap back into it, way less than I did before. And I'm just going to blow everything out, just blend it so it looks a little bit more seamless, you know. So for my nose contour, I'm just going to keep using the same shade that I used on the rest of my face. I'm going to dip in with this Kylie brush. I believe I got it with her Royal Peach palette. Makes a perfect nose contour brush. I'm just going to go right up the side of my nose. Repeat that on the other side. You want to be very gentle-handed at first, just because you don't know how pigmented it's going to be. And then the center of it, just to cut it off, make it look less round. Right up into the eyebrows. And that's a snatched nose. I apologize, my camera cut off so you guys didn't get to see me apply my blush to the side of the cheek. But I waited so you guys can see me apply the blush to the other side of the cheek. Do a little bit center of my nose because it is winter. You know, we gotta look like we're having some blood flow going through us, being pale and all. I'm not mad. Could have a little bit more pigment, but like I said, for the price, you really can't complain with the bronzer or the blush. And it's pretty nice for a more natural day. So like I said, for spring and summer to come, I will definitely be hitting into this. I went ahead and cut the cheeks off camera real quick, just to, you know, give it a little bit more oomph, you know, pop my jaws up a little bit more, because that's what I like. But just to recap, everything so far is a-okay with me. I mean, some of the stuff, like the last e.l.f.'s blush and bronzer, is not so pigmented, but it is buildable, and for the price, you really can't beat it. So we're gonna move on. I think I'm gonna apply some highlighter to the sides of my cheek, hit up the bridge of my nose and my upper lip. So I did apply some highlighter off camera, you know, on my cheeks and nose and forehead, using the Maybelline GiGi Hadid palette. I'm impressed. For my skin tone, I'm impressed. It's beautiful, it's definitely worth buying, you know, if you're similar to me. But I would say universally, in the darker skin shades, it's not going to work. So that is the only disappointing thing about it. Apply some eyeshadow underneath the eye real quick, just to go ahead and finish that up. First off, I'm going to line my lips. You all know I do a little bit of overlining to even them and give them a little bit of a fuller look. That way when I smile, my lip doesn't go disappearing. Oh, she pigmented. You see that? She pigmented. So now that I got Bloom applied all over Ulta Beauty's lip liner, I'm going to go ahead and go in with ColourPop in the shade Mystic. For Ulta's end, it's a good lip liner. Worth buying. Lip liners can be really expensive nowadays. This actually came in a pack and it was on sale for $5. I believe it's originally $14. Not sure if it's there or not still, but if it is, it's definitely worth the buy. So I'm going to get a little closer for you guys, for myself as well, and apply Mystic. This is what I look like with Mystic and Bloom together. Not gonna lie, ColourPop killed it. They killed it for the whole video. There wasn't one product from ColourPop that I did not thoroughly enjoy. I did go in already and touch it up with a little bit of concealer on the outer corners. You know, I can't ever perfect them on the first try. Now I'm ready to spritz myself. This about completes it for the look. Whew. I will go ahead and rewind a little bit. Everything in this video I give a thumbs up. The only thing that I would tell you guys to advise against is the GiGi Maybelline Hadid palette, just because it's not universal. The Spun Loose Face Setting Powder by Coty. It did have a little bit of a smell, so if you don't like odors, I wouldn't get that either. But everything else I cannot complain about at all, and it's an extremely affordable product. I am happy with all my first impressions. I'm happy with the prices. I'm glad I got these. I'm glad I tried them out, and I'm glad that I did it for a video for you guys. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.